Hello! So I wanted to make a video specifically about the summer 2023 trip. First two questions Americans seem to have are, how much does it cost and what am I gonna do? Well, for question number two, what are you gonna do? We do not have the details. Something about going to Brazil is that you need to be very flexible. Things can change, everything can change, your health can change, the weather can change. So many different unknowns. So we can't give you specifics, but generally we will be there July 1st for the 30th anniversary celebration at the New Abba campground. Those who come earlier will be doing English camp and there's a pastor's conference before. Those who come later will be doing ministry within the different local churches. We don't know exactly what that looks like. A lot of it depends on what your talents and your gifts are that you would like to come and share. What is the cost? The cost is $80 a day. That's food, room, transportation, stuff that comes up, making sure you have water that is bottled water, all of those different things, any kind of snacks or touristy items that you would like to purchase, that would be your own spending money, so that would be separate. But all of your needs on the ground, if you're on the ground that day, it's $80 that day. There's also a flat $100 for administration costs and tourist day. So you can add that up, and that depends on if you're going for 9 days, it's $660 for that. If you need to get a passport, remember you have to have a passport that is valid for at least 6 months from when you go or return around that time. I think it's about $160, $170 for a passport. Expedited, I think, is around $250. So those might be added costs. We also ask that everyone get basic travel health insurance. Now, this is not like travel insurance to cover any costs that might come up, like insuring everything. That would probably cost over a couple $100. We're talking about basic travel health insurance for like emergency evacuation. For me, last year it cost about $20. It depends on your age, your health, but if you go to sevencorners.com, that's what I used. It was pretty easy. You put in the country, you put in your dates, it tells you how much it is. You pay for it, you print out a piece of paper and pop it in your passport. Don't worry about it. That's all you need. So travel health insurance, your passport, if you are not vaccinated, so you can either bring your vaccination card in your passport because they will check, or you need to have a negative COVID test. Now, I don't know exactly which negative COVID test. There will be specifics, and I will walk you through this as we get closer, but it changes different times. So when it gets close, we will study exactly what you need, make sure you can get that, but sometimes those tests cost between 10 and 20 bucks, so that might be another added cost. Basic costs are not that expensive, on the ground costs, all of those different things, but the plane ticket, unfortunately, to fly somewhere closer is going to be much cheaper. Last year I spent $1,400 on my plane ticket. If you want to get insurance on your flights, which is wise to do after COVID, we don't mandate it, it's totally up to you. But then that could be $1,600, $1,700 that you're looking at. Please sign up in March. March is registration. We need you to be registered in March, please. This is to help you out, to help us out, to make sure we have time to do all the rest of the stuff. April is when we're going to try to get plane tickets. If you buy much after April, the prices do start going up. They say buy at least 2 months before you go. If you buy too early, you might not know exactly what dates you're able to go because of your planning. So that's the crunch that we have. So we try to buy the tickets in April, and then May and June, we have our 5 lessons. Unfortunately, the lessons come after your major ticket cost. So we don't really give you fundraising help until after you've already paid for most of your trip. So that is a bit tricky, and we have to figure something out. If you have some feedback for me, please let me know how we can do this better. We have the video number 1 that has some ideas. We have some handouts with some basic ideas for fundraising. So you're like, okay, where do I start? Well, it's all there, and you can get it online, you can get it with your trip leader, you can get it with class, you can text me and I'll send it to you early. That information is there. You can raise money with World Renewal for your plane ticket. You just have to make sure to give us your receipt. So that way, when you are fundraising, you can kind of pay yourself back for the plane ticket, if that makes sense. But it is kind of a cost unless you have people that you've already gone to that help pay for the ticket, which is another way to do it too. So fundraising is a big word. and it's a little scary. I totally understand. And we are here at World Renewal to help you out. But we do not fundraise for you. It is your responsibility. Actually, it is your honor. It is an honor that you have to build up a team of people around you who support you by prayer and by money. And it's really an important step, and we would not want to deprive you of that blessing and of that privilege. So it's a bit tricky for the plane ticket because that cost comes sooner in April, whereas you don't need to actually pay the rest of the money until the end of May. We have a sample fundraising letter for you if you want to do old school snail mail, if you want to do email. I can totally help you out. We can get you a QR code if you want to go digital. We are asking everybody when they register to please sign up with WhatsApp. So we have a WhatsApp group. So you have access to me. So that's kind of a 24/7 freebie that you get with WhatsApp is you can ask me questions at any time. And if you want to send me your picture, I can make a cute little graphic that says like Brazil trip 2023, has a little graphic in your picture that you can just send on social media. You can send to different people if you just want like a quick letting people know, hey, I'm gonna be gone. I do want your prayers. If you would like to support, we can give you a link. And that is all tax deductible. I know different people have done like a meal or a time with their church or speaking in church where they can share or babysitting or just some kind of event to raise money. So there's those ideas. You can always go and Google fundraising ideas. Something awesome my friend did for raising for their short-term missions trip is they offered like a 6-person lasagna meal. So they would make it and deliver it for like a certain price that was above. So they were making money, but then people could get something while feel great about supporting that person in short-term mission. So once the money comes into World Renewal, we will send it down to Brazil so that they have the money at least a month before to be able to make reservations and get everything for your room and board and transportation. So that money that comes in, we actually cannot refund to you by law. But if there is a problem or there's something where you cannot go on the trip or more money comes in than you realized, which is a wonderful thing, that money can go to another teammate, the person going on the trip, or to another designated ministry. So if you wanted to give it to the ministry in Brazil or the ministry in Haiti, we can do that as well. But unfortunately, because they are donations, we cannot refund money to you. We can return money to you if you have the airplane receipt. So the cost that you have for the trip, we can reimburse you for when we have a receipt. So don't lose that receipt. That's very important. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Make sure you are on the WhatsApp group that we are connecting with this summer to go down to Brazil. We are so excited.